Good day everyone, hope you all are doing good? Today we're going to be talking about how to write on the genre, mystery, romance. There are two types of mystery romance. One of them is where romance is the main plot while mystery is just a subplot which is most times used in bringing the main characters together. And the other type of is where mystery is the main plot and romance is just the subplot. The best type of mystery romance is when the two genres are well balanced in the story. As per author Kim Swan, mysteries and romances are my two favorite genres. An excellent romance can sweep me away from the existential drudgery of everyday life. A good mystery can keep you guessing and engaged with awesome characters. But only mystery romance novels can engage your mind and emotions. Here are a few tips for writing a mystery romance. Tip 1. When writing a mystery story, it's good to always start with suspense. Let your story start with a kind of conflict. It can be murder, kidnap, red herring, cliffhangers, or anything, but just make sure to show that the main character is in a place of danger. Place your readers in a position that compels them to want to read more. Why did this happen? Who is this person? Is his good or bad actions justified? This should be the kind of questions your mystery stories carry that way. Your rightful readers would become glued to your story as they would always want to find out the answers to your questions. Example, from Kim Swan's book. How long do you think you could run from Godfather? Davina Browns muttered as she tightened her grip on Landon Scott's neck, making it impossible for him to breathe properly. Stealing his ammunitions has been a hectic and stressful one for us to conceal. Then, diverting the attention of his business partners made things worse. Now you have the guts to try selling him off to his adversaries. And you still think you could hide from him? This is the first statement of the book, dropping right into the suspense. Any mystery reader would want to know why this had happened? Who is this Davina and why would she be trying to kill this person when it's not even her that was offended? Tip 2. Romance in mystery writing has to be a fast one, not some kind of slow burn romance. Relationships should be clarified at an early part of the story, and whether they stay together or turn against each other in the end is all left to you, the author. But it's best if they are faced with something that forces them to stay together. Tip 3. Have a good knowledge of the crime in your mystery. It is important to know the details of the crime before you start your writing, as it becomes handy in the development of the character's attitude. Example, she was a smart, strong, reserved, and vibrant lady whom women and even men of her age admired. Not only was she great at using weapons, but she was also a great fistfighter. My main character has this quality because the crime in my book is about arms dealing, and this shows how the crime has affected the main character's behavior in the story. Kim Swan. Tip 4. Make the main characters relatable and fallible to readers. They should be easily understandable, that way readers would find the story interesting and worth reading. Create convincing characters that would be understandable and interesting. Tip 5. There should be a clear motive, goal, or reason for the drama in the book, and your antagonist should be clear and complex in all their endeavors. Tip 6. The conflicts and dramas in the story should keep escalating. It should be from one problem to another. They should be a never-ending puzzle that the main character has to solve, and by that, they should barely have moments when they have enough time to be with each other. Tip 7. Before starting any mystery story, it's very important to make a list of suspects, and it would be even better to introduce the real criminal at the early part of the story, then you make the readers justify their attitude. Tip 8. It's always interesting to misdirect the readers, as this is an ample part of mystery writing. The book should be filled with false clues which lead the readers to the wrong part while trying to find out the truth. This will keep readers invested in the book. Tip 9. To some extent, let the readers play along. With a consistent and understandable expression of your character's attitude, the readers should be able to determine what the main character would do when faced with a certain problem. But remember, it should be to some extent or the story might become boring if it is too predictable. Tip 10. Never forget to be a good writer. It's always good to read a lot, especially in the genre you want to write. Even if you're not a very good reader, there are a lot of movies you could watch in whatever genre you're writing about, so it is advisable to read books or watch movies in the genre you write. That way you'd be able to get new ideas on writing. Tip 11. Use love scenes to show character development. If you're writing your first romance novel, you may find it hard to strike the right balance when writing your intimate scenes. If they're too overt, you may alienate readers, but if they're too tame, the readers may leave disappointed. Tip 12. Make your main characters compelling. Romantic writing requires strong main characters. A reader's engagement with the story will likely be determined by the chemistry of your protagonists. Make sure your characters have compelling backstories that inform their points of view about romantic relationships. Tip 13. Set the scene. The setting is particularly important in romance writing. Not only will your setting create the atmosphere for your romance, but it will also inform your characters' backgrounds. A romance story set in modern-day Las Vegas will feel much different than, say, Regency era. Be as specific as possible when describing your romance fiction setting. This goes not only for the period but the sensory experience of your location as well. That's it for this week. We hope you understood the basics of writing mystery romance. Do peek into our website www.i2write.com for an advanced learning experience, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye for now and catch you next week.